One disclaimer. Don't fucking come for me. Because when I put out this post on Instagram, I intentionally was asking, what would you like me to adjust for the show on my show fan page in 2026? Bruh, this was not meant for me. This is not for you to know things about me. Anyways, it's social media. But I'll answer you. Don't worry, don't worry. Have a seat. Have a seat. Grab several seats at the back and let's watch this. Um, how old are you? 50, turning 60. Is just a number that you want? How old do you think I am? How old are you? Are you married? No, I don't believe in marriage. Are you married? No, I don't believe in marriage. No, thank you. Are you gay? Yes. Yes, I am fucking gay, bro. Yes, I am. Am I gay? Do I look gay? Don't come for me, bro. Don't fucking come for me because you don't know what I'm capable of doing, nigga. Okay, let me explain. If you look at me very closely, just stare at me. Do I fucking look gay to you? Do I fucking look gay to you, bro? Okay, I'll give it this. If you see any rainbow eyelashes on my face and tattoos, then yes, I am fucking gay. Yes, I am gay. If you see me as gay and you think that will make you happy, good for you. Suck it. Use it. If you think I'm straight and that looks good and it makes you feel good, it rocks your boat, good for you. Use it. What did you study? Where? 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 Where, bro? Where? Fucking where, bro? Where? What? Just check. Just Google me. I mean, Google my name. Google my name on social media. Whatever. Go on X. Google me. Go on whatever. Google me. Go on the GPTs. Use whatever. Use it. But I studied broadcast journalism. I've always been a journalist. Do you have kids? No. 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 Kids. Kids are a burden. Kids are a burden. They slow down your life. They're expensive. And then kids need your time. They need your time like full on, a full circle attention. So you can't just uncalculatively keep on siring kids and sleeping around. The reason why I'm saying kids are abandoned, me, I, myself, I was a abandoned kid. I was a abandoned kid because my mom didn't want me. They were not ready to get a child. And that's why I was handed over to my maternal grandparents, and there was an abusive uncle who would torture me until I got kwashako. And then I ended up again. It was actually a rescue. It was an intervention. I ended up in my paternal grandparents. Instead, I would have just grown up in a full circle house with a present father, present mother, but that didn't happen. So I was a abandoned kid. I was a abandoned child. Nobody wanted me. So kids are abandoned. Children are abandoned. If, disclaimer, if you've not planned for them, gone are the days when you just sleep around and get kids with whoever, you want to get kids with. So no, I don't have any kids and I'm not intending to have any kids. Okay. Have you forgiven yourself for what happened? What happened where? Bruh, do you know something that I don't know? Happened with my mother. Yes, yes, like I said in my previous videos, I met my mom in 2019. And the reason why she had to come back for me, or she had to come back in my life, is because I had lost my dad. My dad was abducted and tortured. He was working for a government parastatal in the sugarcane industry, cartels and everything. They unalived him. They unalived him. And actually, when he died, and even the things that uh, we had to deal with during his the period he was battling his healing and the injuries, it was really painful and heartbreaking. I was so disappointed in God. I had trusted God. I was fasting and praying, and I was working so hard to make my dad proud. And I even remember receiving a phone call like a month before he died, before he actually got abducted, because I was so engulfed and just immersed into, I wanted to just become a media star so that I make my dad proud. Yes, I'm still making him proud. And that has always been my ultimate goal, to make my dad proud. So forgiving myself, yes, I still forgive myself every day. I think that's a good question. I like your question. I like your question. I forgive myself every day for not growing up in a present household where there's a present mother who would have nurtured me, mentored me, taken care of me, guided me. The first heartbreak and the first abandonment and neglect. It doesn't matter what kind of neglect you go through as a child, whether it's circumstantial, event, or intentional, or it was a decision or a choice by choice, because there's kids who are usually handed over to the maternal or the paternal grandparents when the mother is unable to take care of the child. And also, I've read so many philosophies and so many books about healing your inner child and your spiritual self, and mothering and fathering your spiritual self. And so I'll tell you, a man, it's a Yoruban saying actually. It says, a man, a son, is who his mother makes him. So if the first heartbreak comes from your mama or your father or your papa, you are you you are bound to have a difficult one in life. So yes, I forgive myself every day. I forgive myself every day. And of course, there are so many questions I had to ask my mom. If like, why did she abandon me for all those 20 plus years, and why is she coming back now, and why me, why couldn't she just take care of me when I was a child? But like they say, everything happens according to plan. But so many other things that I had to consider. And because also I lived a life where I just wanted a mother figure. I wanted to live a carefree life where, because I lived walking on eggshells as a child, I was always afraid, and I traded carefully. I didn't want a piece of my grandmother. I didn't want a piece of my dad. I didn't want a piece of my aunt, because all of them were doing me a favor. And so I had to live carefully as a child. And also when I'm older now, I can see through it 3D. And like I told you, many a times I felt like I was that unwanted child. I was always a burden to them. I was always a burden to them. None of those people ever loved me. And the kind of love where like, hi, Brian, um, how are you? You've been silent for quite some time. What's going on with you? That's why I always say, don't send for me. Don't come for me. Don't you dare come for me, bro. Yeah, I'll say I slowly. But there's days I'm just like, don't you come for me, nigga. Don't fucking come for me, bro. Don't fucking come for me, because you just don't know. You just don't know what I'm capable of, nigga. Don't fucking come for me. I saw you on my Africa Economy podcast. Yes, yes, I was there. It was last year. When? Last year? Last year, October. Yes. Yes, I was a guest on the Economy podcast. We actually tried to, it wasn't an easy story to tell a story about how, to narrate the ordeal of and the event and the experiences of how my dad was abducted and tortured, and how it massively and severely affected my mental health. And it costed me a lot, and it took me a long time to actually heal and recover. It's a story that's out there publicly. I don't like talking about it, but I will try to, because I remember when I was on the podcast, Africa asked me about inheritance and everything, and how much my dad left, and my mom coming into the picture. I always try to say the best parts of that story, because I perfectly get it. The dead have no right of response, or the dead cannot respond or say whatever one. Yep. Period. So that's that. Yes, I was there. It was difficult to get through that conversation. Um, for the remaining part, just go onto Africa's channel. You'll definitely see the rest of the interview. But I struggled to power through and answer the questions. I thought it would just be an easy Q&A. Um, What happened at your previous news anchoring job? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? What station? What station? What station is that? There's some places I've been to that traumatized me, where I was used, dumped, abused, and especially when it came to the gig. No, 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 no. Let me do away with it. Let me do away with it. What, bruh? What is this? I don't want to have it. Yes, like I said, there's some places I've been to. I just don't talk about them anymore. Like, you put me through the nasty of the nasty. You almost had me lose my mind. I was hospitalized, and what I was met with was just ridicule and criticism and backlash. No one, no one was ever on my side, even from my farm. No one, completely no one. I found myself admitted in hospital, and just the hospital bill was way up there. Instead, what I received was a phone call criticizing me and bashing me. And actually, some of my friends had to actually bail me out of that situation. So there's some places I've worked at, I've been through, and they're just in the past. But I can actually, you probably are a person who was watching me, or maybe listening to me when I was on that radio station over there, or that TV station. Yeah, plus the newsroom, I just don't know. Will I ever go back to the newsroom again? I have no idea. I have no idea. Are you married? No, I don't believe in marriage. I think I've answered this question. I don't believe in marriage. No, no. The reason why I don't believe in marriage is because I wish I would have seen my mom, just be with my dad and witnessing a mother figure or a father figure, you know. But the examples and the models I had of marriages, they traumatized me, tortured me, and made me hate myself. So I don't believe in marriage. No, thank you. Did you forgive your mom? Yes, of course, bro. I've just explained this a while ago. The reason why I actually had to forgive my mom is because I always wanted a mother figure. I always wanted a mother figure in my life, in my fucking life, bro. I wish I had a mother while growing up. I wish I had a mother while growing. I wish I fucking had a mother while growing up. I would have been the greatest star of all time. I would have been the greatest star of all time, bro. I wouldn't be angry. I wouldn't be an angry child. I wouldn't be an angry child, nigga. I wouldn't be a fucking angry child, nigga. I wouldn't be a fucking angry child. I was a pain body. I was a pain body. Pain body as a child, meaning that during that transition in my early formative years as a child, and then also growing up in different places, I had to tread carefully in a way that I didn't want to piss off the people who are in charge of me. So I had to walk on eggshells, like live carefully so that I don't make grandmother angry. I don't make this auntie angry. Of course, all of them ended up being mad at me. All of them keep on saying, oh, they gave me money. All of them keep on saying, oh, they put me through school. All of them keep on blaming me, judging me, shouting me, and insulting me. None of them loves me. None of them loves me. They don't. If they did, I'd tell you on my speed. I'd show you. I'd actually show you on my speed dial. I'd actually show you on my speed dial. Any of them who has called me or said, "Hi, how are you? What's going on in your life?" None of them love me. They hate me. Hate me. So I had to forgive my mom because when dad died, there was nobody else in my family who was vouching for me. And I remember putting up our WhatsApp status saying, I feel so uncertain, I feel so insecure, I feel so alone and naked that I don't think the people, after that has now gone, I don't think the people who are now left behind, are in for me. And when I put that status on my WhatsApp, it was blown out of proportion. Phone calls were made. They literally disowned me and cast me out. And that's why I cut everybody off. Like, don't you fucking try me. Don't fucking try me. Don't fucking try me. Don't come for me. Don't fucking try me. Don't say something nasty about me. Don't. Where is Jerry? Who is Jerry? Who is Jerry? Bruh, it seems like you know a lot about me. Who is Jerry? Who is fucking Jerry, bro? I mean, if you know her, you definitely know where to find her. So, do you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Huh? Or you want to be my boyfriend? Or you want me to be your boyfriend? Or you want me to have a boyfriend? Or you want to be my boyfriend? Or you want to be my girlfriend? Or you want to be my girlfriend and you want me to be your boyfriend? Okay, come, 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 come. I'm ready to be your boyfriend. I'm ready to be your boyfriend. Come, 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 come. I'm fucking ready, fucking ready. But no, thank you. I don't have a boyfriend and I don't have a girlfriend. So, suck it. The door is wide open. Why do your aunties hate you? Hmm, hmm, hmm. Good question. Who are you? Well, let me see. Let me see this Instagram handle. This Instagram handle is why do my aunties hate me? I mean, I don't know. It seems like you know a lot, bruh. It seems like you know a lot. I'm not gonna say your Instagram handle. It looks like you know a lot, bruh. You know a lot about me and my family. Please, 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 let me just DM you. Let me just DM you. Let me just DM you. Let me just DM you, nigga. Nigga, let me DM you. Please, 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 please. What else do you know? Please. Let me just text you. Hmm. Um, maybe, maybe why? That's a good question. I never expected this. What? But like I said, don't come for me, nigga. Don't fucking come for me. I don't know. Honestly, I wish I had an answer to that question. I don't know why they hate me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of some other things that I've not been told. But I don't know why, like you said here, why my aunties hate me. I don't know why they hate me. I don't know why they hate me. I don't know why they freaking hate me. Do you have brothers and sisters? Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. 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 Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Are you gay? And when are you coming out of the closet? I already came out of your mama's house closet. So fuck. Bro, don't make me cuss out. Don't make me cuss out. Bro, don't make me cuss out. Bro, don't make me. Bro, don't make me cuss out, bro. Don't make me cuss out. Don't make me cuss out. Are you a Christian, agnostic, or a Muslim? I believe in God. I believe in God and God, and yes, there's an existence of a higher power. And yes, you can still practice any of your spirituality so long as it is aligning with the principles of light and not of darkness. And that's why I'm a very strong advocate of people practicing their higher self in a sense that don't get so caught up in just being an ordinary person in the world, but always find time and space to practice your inner self, your higher self. And that means aligning your spirit, your heart, your mind, your body, your consciousness with the core of your existence, meaning that there's a greater power that runs the frequency and the vibration and the ecosystem of this world that we are living in. So you have to be steady and steady. And that's why I'm also very passionate and I advocate for young people to always ensure at least you lean and identify with a specific or a, let's just call it a faith of your understanding, or in other words, a God of your understanding. Because spirituality helps you to see people in three different filters. See them as human being, See them as the relationship that you have between you and them, and also see them as a spiritual being. And that helps you to choose how to relate with them, and also the boundaries and the decisions and the choices and the actions that you have to make, especially with what they contribute towards the ecosystem or the environs of your life. And that even includes within yourself. So spirituality helps you to actually clean up and stay afloat, especially mentally. And for a person like me who's been through a lot of traumas, I tell you, spirituality has always been my greatest go-to solution, especially when it comes to cleaning up and disconnecting and disentangling and just, um, I'd say, interrupting patterns of abuse, patterns of stagnation, patterns of affliction, patterns of confusion, patterns of oppression. You know, I've always had to use spirituality as a weapon, because if you just live plainly and blankly and ordinarily like that, you could be in so many dark places that you have no idea how to get yourself out of. So yeah, I'd love to get to radio back again, but here's the true story. So it's a true story actually. Disclaimer: I used to want to be a presenter on Kiss FM, and I started applying for it during my, I'd say, during my diploma years when I got to campus. When I got to campus, I was extremely excited about being a journalist, and so everything and anything that could actually get me to any platform in the mainstream space, I always did it. I always did it. So I did a lot of auditions. I went through a lot of auditions in radio and television and everything to ensure that I get to a radio and a TV platform. And so that time, the biggest and major radio and television platforms were Kiss FM, Classic 105, and Nation. I think that time Nation had a different name. Was it Easy FM? Yeah. So I applied to be a presenter on Kiss FM. So I checked online and somebody gave me an email, and I kept on sending my demos in there. I sent like over 500 demos. They never got back. They never called me. There was no feedback. So I gave up, and I became a campus radio producer. First of all, shout out to my university. They always give you a chance to showcase your talent in radio. So if you're talented and gifted, you will eventually get to that mainstream platform after you showcase your skills in video hosting, in editing, curating content, researching, commentary, and your gift will just blossom. It will freely come out. And you being on a radio platform in campus, it will eventually get you there. So I used that platform to grow myself, and I created a name, and so many lecturers actually loved me and liked me. And from thereafter, I got a call to join one of the, it was a startup media house. So what they did is because of my campus name, of course, I had ego, bro. I had sacrificed a lot before I got there in campus radio. There's a lot of obstacles. There's a lot of people that had better personalities than me. They had greater content. They were big announcers. They had names. They had zest. They were fresh, funky, and flyer than me. So I had to actually go through the training behind the scenes for a while before I actually got accepted there. Before I now started exhibiting the personality of, if you give me a microphone right now, I can dig you to your mother's grave, God forbid, if she's dead. But all of us will die. Anyways, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. So, yeah, so I used to apply, and then I started auditioning for radio gigs. I always got a no. The ones I got a yes, would go through the training session, and then they end up giving it to a comedian or somebody else who's just completely away from the broadcast space. And so I got so many chances to intern at my first internship. I got it at KBC English Service in 2015. On my own, I applied it, and I went there, and I got it. The second gig, I got it at Ebru TV. I volunteered to be a producer and a content creator, and then I bought a camera, started interviewing celebrities behind the scenes, and that gave me the confidence to be a broadcaster. The next gig was, I was called in to be a TV guest. I was called in to be a TV guest on the TV show, and that just boosted my visibility, and I was just, yeah, I was flying high, and I think I made my dad proud during that time. I absolutely did make my dad proud, because I remember I started doing YouTube actually, because this is not my first YouTube channel. My first channel was suspended in 2016. actually in 2018, because the first channel I curated it in 2016. Yes, I created it in 2016 January, and it got suspended in 2018 after a video I had done with one of the Nairobi Diaries actresses, I believe. I think her name was Sicho or something, and she had gone viral. So when that video started also being shared within the Nairobi algorithm on YouTube, they reported it and my channel got suspended and YouTube didn't consider my appeal. And so I had to lose it. And that's how I had to create this channel that I have right now. And it took me such a long damn time before it actually picked up. So it was such a journey. It was such a journey. But all along, I was still interning different media houses, different media houses. So I used to apply at Kiss FM, and eventually I ended up getting a gig, I think, as a radio, evening drive radio presenter at a gospel company. It was chaotic. Oh, that was the most traumatizing gig I ever had. I went through so much. I went through a lot. And then came TV. Now we had to transition from radio to TV. So from an evening drive radio host and then to television. And then I also got a gig, a teaching gig at some point. Yeah. In between. Yes, yes, yes. Even before my dad passed on. Yeah. So I was doing too much, bro. I was doing too much. My ultimate goal was to just make my dad happy. Proud. And I remember now, I think after I got fired, COVID came in. In 2021, I got fired. I lost everything. Literally, I lost everything. I was auctioned, my couch, my furnitures, like furniture doesn't have plural. My furniture, my electronics, everything, my filming equipment, everything was auctioned, bro. The only thing I remained with was a freaking bed and a duvet. And I remember being admitted in hospital. I was sick. I just remember because there's a friend called Maureen. She sent, I don't know if she sent, no, it was a van or a taxi. They just collected me from bed to hospital. So I remember waking up with a drip on my left arm. And I just didn't understand. I was in excruciating pain, bruh. And I remember that time receiving a phone call on a Mulika Mwizi. I didn't even have a smartphone because I had been auctioned. And then there was some sort of like a lawsuit situation that was happening with the station I was working for. They were suing me for something. It took, bruh, I almost died. And none of my family members was there for me. None, 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 nada. And what I got was backlash and criticism and insults and ultimatums. Don't say this. If you say this, utaharibu jina huyu. If you say this, tulikusomesha, alikupea pesa, ukisema hivi, we will hate you. Fucking hate me, bro. I don't give a fuck. So, yeah. So how I ended up working at Radio Africa Group. But then, this is what happened. After I got fired from that gig, I was coming from a season where I had been auctioned, I lost everything. I was almost now homeless. And so Switch TV was on the market. This was between 2021. So I get a temporary gig at Switch. I start reporting, news writing and news reporting. So while I'm pushing to get back on the air. So it never surfaced, story for another day. So while I'm there, the gig ends. Now I don't have a gig. Again, I'm homeless and I'm in debt. I've been auctioned. So I applied. There's a friend, because I went to a social media thing for like a month, for like full entire month, right? There's a friend who calls me and she's a lady. She called me. I think she was working at MCK. And she had a colleague of hers and they're like, hey, Brian, I haven't seen you on social media in a long time. What happened? Where have you been? And I was like, hey, I wish I'd be at a position to actually tell you what exactly happened, bro. So she tells me there's a gig coming up and she'd like me to apply. So she sends me the link. I apply it and boom, it links me to Radio Africa Group. But before that, I was already speaking to someone at Radio Africa Group who was in charge of the digital desk. Radio Africa Group that owns Kiss FM, Classic 105, Homeboys Radio, Radio Jumbo, Gukena, East FM, and the rest of the stations at Radio Africa. So the gig successfully goes through. I get called and I join Radio Africa Group as a digital writer slash producer and content creator and graphics designer. So we go through our rigorous desk-to-desk training. So we started off with Mpasho as writers of stories and graphic designers. So we wrote so many stories. I designed so many graphic stories, bro. I designed a lot of stories, and then I was moved to so I thought, so this is what happened. At Radio Africa, the way they pick talent for Kiss FM and Classic 105, it has to go through the PC. The PC is the program's controller, right? And it was a Mzungu. Yeah, I know right now he left anyways. He really, child, what we went through there. I actually left that place when my mental health was in the gutter. Like I had to collect my mental health, clean it up, and then return it back to my head. I almost lost it. So we get introduced to the PC. The first statement he said is, "I'm not God, I'm the fucking devil." He's a Mzungu, yeah? So it's some sort of like an orientation. Everybody wants to be a presenter here. You're not gonna fucking make it here. I think that's what he told us. You're not gonna fucking make it here. Everybody now wants to be a presenter here. That's what he said. So I was like, fuck it. Who is this Mzungu trying to tell us? Who is he? And then later on, I'm told that he's the radio PC, the program's controller. He's in charge of talent here. So if you want to make it to be a presenter on Kiss FM and Classic 105, you will absolutely have to do what he says you have to do. When if he says suck this dick, you have to suck that dick to be a presenter on that platform. So it was crazy. And I told myself, here it is for me. After almost 5 years of trying to apply and not getting the gig, finally I'm in the institution, so I'm going to work my way through becoming, a radio presenter on the platform. So I was given an assignment to be a digital producer as well as a producer for Gideon Ghost in the Morning on Radio Jumbo. So I was producing and digitally producing as well, and doing photography and text and graphics work for Gideon Ghost in the Morning, and also transitioning to Bustani la Masao Japani, working very closely with her, still doing the same thing, and writing stories on the Radio Jumbo website and updating everything hourly, minute by minute, show per show, breath by breath, on air, like segment by segment, yeah. And so what happened is we had some sort of like a sit down, and you are told, what you guys will be doing, we'll be training you how to be present. Do is you always keep on sending recordings, presenter links. So I remember James is the PC. He's still the PC for Maina Kageni, Maina and Kingang in the morning. And I believe for Dr. Love, no, Dr. Love really, or the evening drive, yeah. That time it was Ses and Mike Mondo and Ses Mutugi. So we got to start training you have to train for the personality Kiss FM, personality Classic 105. So for Classic, you have to, I think, be a little bit laid back, but inflect and mature. It's more millennial standard conversations, right? Millennial based conversations that touch on, finances, relationship, romance, like just an array of, lifestyle, conversations. But the voice has to be very strong, a very strong and stable voice. Yeah. So the personality for Kiss FM is outgoing, buzzy, wacky, fresh, funky, and fly. So we had to do presenter links for that. So the types of presenter links, from, I think, a speed links to a mid link to what is the other link? So there's types of presenter links. So a presenter link is one, like, for example, let's imagine music has just played out. It's fading out. Like, let's say, let me use this timer right here. So it's exactly 36. Yes. So you just say, at exactly 34 minutes, this is Classic 105 Good Times and Great Hits. I'm Sakwa, keeping you company from right now till 6 in the PM. Stick around and stand by. Next, I've got you some interesting renditions from Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, and Whitney Houston. But right about now is Mary J. Blige, Be Without You on Classic. That's like a speed link. And it's totally different. The way you do that on Classic is absolutely different the way you do it on Kiss FM. So, boom, shock on me. We start doing the recordings and sending them to the Mzungu, the PC. He listens to them, he calls you, he criticizes you, he tells you, you're not gonna fucking make it here with this kind of voice. You're not gonna fucking make it here. Try somewhere else. he kept on telling us that with this kind of voice, you're not gonna fucking make it here. Chief, 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 you're not gonna make it here. Everybody now wants to be a presenter. No. So he'd tell us that. He'd tell us that, you know. So I got discouraged. It became a roller coaster. I finished, I think, when my stint came to a close, but there was a time I was overworking. I was like doing all the shows. I was doing Gideon Ghost in the morning, meaning I always had to be at work by 5 a.m., meaning every 4 a.m. I'm out of the house. Every 4 a.m. And there's even at some point where they wanted me to work on Monday to Sunday. And I said, no, 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 no. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm not ready to break my back. Never break your back for anything in the broadcast space, unless it's your own show. So yeah, I left after being trained. Yeah, the training was successful. I think they were remaining with like 3 or 4 dudes that they had preferred me, another guy, I think from multimedia as well, another one from USIU and Liara. So when there was no signs of me getting on the air after that torturous, emotionally tumultuous training, I was like, nope, I'm not gonna take it. And I bounced. And I think that's how at least I came close to being, you know, but I'll share some of the video shots right here on my YouTube of my stint at Kiss FM and Classic and Radio Jumbo. Yeah. And the experience. One day we'll talk about it, you know, where it was an emotional and a mental roller coaster. I actually left. Yeah. But anyways, that's that. Let me see the last question. Or there's 3 more. There's 3 more. There's 3 more. Let me just respond to this text. Do I have any inheritance? I don't know. I have no idea. What's that one lesson you've learned that you can pass on to people who want to be like you? Number 1, don't be like me. Don't be like anybody else. Carve out your own niche. Curate what you want to create. If you want to be a radio presenter, start practicing, start learning, start researching how to be the best radio presenter, and also what makes you outstanding, what makes you different. What's your gift? Know your talent, know how far you can take it, know what you can take and what you can't take, know what to listen, know who not to listen to, know who to say no, know who to fucking say fuck off, know the time to say fuck it, I'ma tell it and I'ma fuck you up. Know when to say that, especially if you're a newbie, because this industry is extremely cutthroat. It's cutthroat. It will squeeze you to the gut. So you have to know yourself. Come with your filter. Come ready to be taken down. Because I've been in the newsroom before for a very long time. I've been a reporter. I've been on radio. I'm hosting a morning show right now. And I can tell you there's a lot that goes into any personality that you see coming on the airwaves, either radio or TV, to tell you whatever they tell you on that show. Like, if you're a fan or you used to be a fan, just know that it takes a lot that goes into them. There's a lot of being used and dumped. The use and dump culture, where you underpay a person, you undervalue them, and you threaten them with you will fire them, or there's no contract, or we can't do this because management can't do this. Come ready to be abused. If you want to be a radio presenter or a TV presenter, come ready to be abused, used, and dumped. Those are the only words I tell you, because in this broadcast space, unless it's your mother's gig, unless it's your father's job, or your father is the boss, you're lucky. But if not, my friend, come ready to be used and dumped, because the people in this space are vipers and monsters. They'll get you down. So the greatest lesson is nobody's on your side but you, unless it's your wife, it's your boyfriend, it's your lover, or your mother or your father. The rest, they don't care about you. They care about themselves. And it's about you, boo. It's about you. It's about you. Put yourself first. If it doesn't rhyme with what you want and what you need, fuck it, block it, cut them off, delete them, let them go. Yeah, let them go. And also sometimes let some people go. Don't force people to stay in your life. Don't go begging for them to come back to you. Don't ask for their forgiveness and approval. If they think they're better than you, they're superior than you, and they have it all, good for them. Let them be. You carve your own path and carve your own niche. Eventually, you will find yourself getting there. Eventually, people will recognize you. Eventually, you will hack it. Eventually, they'll start reading and seeing about you, and they will want you and they will admire you. So that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. I think that's the greatest lesson I've learned. Yeah, that's what's up. But no, 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 no. I'm not adding anything. I'm not adding anything. I'm done. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.